One of the biggest mistakes I see after bariatric surgery, people thinking they should eat the same way forever. The calories you need at 365 pounds aren't the same calories you need at 215 pounds. The calories you need 6 months after surgery aren't the calories you need 3 years after surgery. And the nutrition plan that helps you lose fat isn't the same nutrition plan that helps you build muscle. Yet every week I talk to someone who says, Rob, I lost weight eating 900 calories. And yeah, I guess that's awesome. And if your goal is to spend the rest of your life tired, hungry, cranky, and afraid of food, you can keep doing that. The goal after bariatric surgery isn't to eat as little as possible. The goal is to build a body and lifestyle you can actually live in. So today we're talking about the differences between fat loss, maintenance, and muscle building after bariatric surgery and how your nutrition should evolve as your body changes. One of the first questions I ask new clients is, what phase are you in? And most people have no clue. They tell me they want to lose weight, build muscle, improve their relationship with food, train harder, have more energy, fix their metabolism, and stop stressing about eating all at the same time. That's essentially like telling your GPS, I want you to go north, south, east, and west all at the same time. You see where the issue comes from. Your body's going to respond best when it knows its destination. And the problem is, most bariatric patients have spent years dieting without ever understanding the purpose behind their nutrition. They're just trying to eat less. Our job is figuring out what phase actually serves them best right now. So when we think about the first year after surgery, we have to understand that this is an incredibly unique window. You have the highest level of restriction in your sleeve. You have hormonal changes going on, but you also have momentum. You have a significant calorie deficit happening naturally. This is the time we want to maximize fat loss while protecting muscle. That's why protein is going to be the most essential thing that we get, and we're going to pair it with strength training. We also want you to make sure you're getting enough walking and sleep. We want to preserve as much lean tissue as possible while body fat continues to come down. Now, as we fast forward past that year, and some of us get to year 2, 3, or even 5 years after surgery, the first thing we're going to do with a client at those different points isn't necessarily to hand them a meal plan. It's going to take about 2 weeks of observation of what you're doing, and we're going to track what you're tracking. We're going to monitor. We're going to look for patterns, habits, and behaviors, because before we can really give you a macro split or a nutrition plan, we need to understand what's actually happening. Sometimes someone thinks they need a fat loss phase, when in reality, they just need more consistency at the calories they're at. Sometimes people think they need lower calories, when what they really need is better sleep and less weekend chaos. Sometimes they actually just need a period of maintenance for their body to adjust, and other times they actually need more food altogether. So here's how I want you to think about these 3 phases. When we're in fat loss, you are intentionally eating fewer calories than your body burns. The goal is reducing body fat while preserving muscle. Protein's going to stay high, training's going to stay consistent, recovery is going to be essential. When we get to maintenance, this is where a lot of people get very uncomfortable because maintenance isn't necessarily sexy. There's no dramatic before or after picture. We're really going to focus on practicing being the person who keeps the weight off. You're also learning how to live, you're building confidence around food, and you're proving to yourself that success isn't temporary. Finally, when we go into our muscle gain phase, this is where we intentionally give the body more resources. More fuel, more recovery, more training performance. The scale is going to move a lot slower, and in some cases it's actually going to go up, but our strength is going to improve, our muscle is going to improve, and our body composition is going to improve. And many people end up looking leaner despite weighing more. This is just another place where people get stuck. They also lose 50 pounds, then keep eating the exact same macros, and then wonder why their progress slows. In reality, your body changes, and your nutrition has to change to reflect that as well. As your body weight decreases, calories needs generally decrease as well. That's why we'll often reassess clients about every 10 to 12 pounds of weight loss that they have, not because they've necessarily done something wrong, but because you're clearly a different sized human that needs different sized results and practices going in. Same thing's going to happen when someone enters maintenance or when someone starts building muscle. Your calories are going to change, your carbohydrates are going to change. Sometimes we adjust the fats based on where you're at, and protein's going to stay fairly high. The plan's going to evolve because your body eventually evolves with it. The most important thing I want you to take out of this is our goal is not to see how little food you can survive in. Our goal is to help you eat the most amount of food possible while maintaining the body and life that you want. Most people come into coaching terrified of increasing calories, but living on the edge of starvation forever isn't necessarily freedom. Freedom comes from understanding your body, trusting yourself around food, fueling your workouts, and being able to go on vacation, have date nights, build muscle, and maintain your results well after bariatric surgery. And knowing how to adjust all that when life changes, that's the signature series. So, to recap, fat loss is a phase, maintenance is a skill, muscle building is an investment. The real goal is learning which phase serves you best right now. And if you need help to figure this out, that's exactly what we do inside Busy Bariatrics. So subscribe to the channel, and until next time, keep getting busy.